It's a full day of keto eating. I'm on day 3 of this thing so far, and I'm actually surprised. I'm not feeling depleted. I've actually been able to train all 2 of the days so far. I did a leg day, and I was able to do a big cardio thing yesterday. Haven't felt depleted, haven't felt sick or headaches or any of the things. I'm really careful with my numbers and stuff, so I'm regulating very carefully especially my electrolytes. Obviously the macros, I'm on point, and I'm in a maintenance caloric phase. I'm not trying to cut calories during this first couple of weeks of adaptation of this. I'm just eating the same amount I always do, just tweak towards the keto macros. The first meal of the day, as you can see, it's bright and early, 4:09, early bird, always have been. I'm going to make what's called keto coffee. Now, it's going to seem really crazy, but you have to learn, and I've learned this from awesome resources on the web, like Jason Whitrock is an awesome channel. Also, Primal Edge Health are both really informative channels that I could just absorb a ton from. Remember, I'm not trying to make this about me and what I know. It's more about what I've learned from others and how it applies and how it turns out in my life. So this is what Jason Whitrock takes pre-workout, and he's shredded, so let's give it a whirl. A tablespoon coconut oil, and then of all things, a tablespoon of butter. Pretty sure we're pretty close there, fairly accurate. I'm going to throw it onto the NutriBullet and have a drink, let you know what's up. Probably seems crazy again to drink this first thing in the morning, but remember, fat is your new fuel source, so what better to do pre-workout than load up on about 250 calories of just straight fuel, which is obviously fat. Let's give it a shot. So it's actually pretty good, pretty creamy consistency, not a lot of sweetness to it, but I don't usually sweeten my coffee anyway, so I'm used to drinking black coffee. Yeah, I don't know, I got no problem trying it out, especially since I'm following guys that are obviously practicing what they preach, because they look great, they act like they're feeling great, they have no reason, no motive to lie to me. So I think it's just looking to the right resources for information, applying the principles you pick up from them, and then basically seeing how the application works in your own life. Again, I'm not going to get too scientific on any of this stuff. I'm going to provide the resources, but really I'm just going to see what it does to me and let you know how I feel. I've got a workout in about 30 minutes, so we'll go knock that out. Once this is knocked out, and get on with the day, and I'll just keep you going with the rest of my keto eating for a typical day in the life. Thanks. Okay, just putting my post-workout shake together. This has 2 cups of almond milk, 3 tablespoons of heavy cream, a scoop of vanilla whey protein, and then a couple scoops of PB2 powder, protein powder, or peanut butter powder, excuse me. And it's pretty milkshakey, really thick consistency. It's going to sit in my cooler for a couple hours while I'm lifting, and then it'll be super good for when I'm done. So I absolutely smashed legs. Energy was unreal, pump was good. Cannot feel any difference so far as far as energy, pump, and all that stuff. I was really worried about carbohydrates, glycogen, and everything, but man, I smashed today and my legs feel great. So let's go shower up and eat. Okay, it's like 6:30 in the morning. Just finished my workout. The first thing I ate post-workout, I ate 2 handfuls of almonds, about 2 ounces or 60 almonds total.
always weigh your food, man. You got to track everything, and there's no way to know where you're slipping unless you're measuring everything, and then you can make adjustments accordingly. So just like budgeting your money, you got to be accountable for how many calories you're taking in and how many calories you're putting out. And the only way to know if you're on a surplus is if you're gaining weight. If you're on a deficit, you're losing weight. You could be losing too fast, you could be gaining too fast. It's all trial and error. There's no real cookie cutter shortcuts to getting there. It's about learning your body, what works best, and how to adapt to it. So again, this morning, keto coffee, now two handfuls of almonds, a ton of fat in there, a lot of fiber, quite a bit of protein too. I'm gonna knock out my post-workout shake that I made last night, or excuse me, this morning. And then I'm also gonna eat an avocado, which sounds crazy. Again, you gotta learn to think differently eating this diet. Remember, fat is no longer the enemy, it's the fuel source. So avocados are loaded in fat, and they're a really good source of potassium. I guess, again, with electrolytes, your body becomes extremely depleted, necessarily dehydrated, I'm not sure, but they recommend eating a lot of avocados, taking a magnesium supplement, and then obviously salting your food generously so that your body has the necessary micronutrients to kind of keep you from getting sick, headaches, all that stuff. So again, post-workout shake and an avocado. I'll post my macros up real quick so you see where I'm at, and then we'll go on and head to work. Just getting to the office. Energy's amazing. I'm blown away by how good I feel. I'm shocked considering I didn't think. Just got a new building we moved into, so it still smells like fresh paint in here. But yeah, I feel great, man. It's almost 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm over 1,000 calories. I probably haven't eaten 5 to 10 grams of net carbohydrates. Protein's been moderate. I'm sure I'm under 50. I have to look at the macros. But again, it's like, I can't deny I'm not sore and I'm not like throbbing. I've been kind of addicted to carbs, especially leg day, because I feel like I deplete my legs so much that I have to reload them, refeed them, and I feel like I just cram carbs in them, and it kind of makes the pain or the cramping go away. So my biggest reluctance with this diet was that maybe I would like be sore or tear muscle down or whatever. But I know I'm not in ketosis officially yet, but so far my body's taking fat and just jamming it because I feel great. And they say your brain will be more clear. Can't argue with that. I feel pretty awake and pretty, So let's get started with work. Zero appetite right now. I do have a huge bowl of just deliciousness to eat a little bit from now, but I'll break it down when I get to that point. Okay, so I've been cranking away for an hour and I'm starving. So here is my meal. You can see it's a cheesy pile of spinach and mushrooms and spinach, mushrooms, chicken. It's 4 ounces of chicken, 2 ounces of mozzarella cheese, a cup of mushrooms, spinach, and then 3 tablespoons of bacon bits. So it's, man, it smells good, and I just pull it out of the microwave, so about to throw down, and that'll put me, I think, around 1,500-1,600 calories on the day, and the sun hasn't even come up yet. Another thing I forgot to mention was I started this Saturday morning, smashed hamstrings and glutes, and started the diet immediately. Saturday, Sunday was yesterday. I have lost, no lie, I've lost 10 pounds in 2 days. And I know it's not muscle, it's all water. So my skin is way tighter, like I said. I can check by just pinching my belly fat, my leg fat, whatever. There's just less water in my muscles. And I have peed like 40 times. It's been really crazy. I normally drink a ton of water, so it's not like I'm ever going to cut back on that. But it ain't holding. I mean, I'm not keeping any of it. So it's kind of awesome. And I've been pounding salt.
which feels so unnatural to me to actually salt my food with sea salt. But again, it's that electrolyte depletion you got to prevent. I don't want to get sick. I'd rather overdo it at first than underdo it and feel the consequences, because, you know, listen to your body. You're going to get a ton of information. There's a lot of resources, but the bottom line is it's all personal trial and error. You know, it's that application to yourself and your conditions, and you've got to learn to tweak stuff. As you're in control, you're behind the wheel, and, you know, I can say whatever I want, you can listen to whoever you want, but the bottom line is you're the one that's, you know, going to make the final call. So listen to your body. Extreme weight loss, you know, 10 pounds in 2 days is not obviously healthy or sustainable necessarily, but if it's just shedding water weight and that's a natural part of the process, I'm all for it. Okay, it's been 2 hours. It's about 10 o'clock in the morning, and I'm finally getting an appetite again. I was actually pretty full for a while there. It's snowing like mad outside. This little snack, I'm gonna have an ounce of almonds, either those wasabi, soy, delicious Blue Diamond almonds, and I'm also gonna add, or actually I mix in some raw almonds that I bake myself because I'm cheap and won't buy a full, you know, I buy the Costco almonds and mix them with the wasabis to kind of dilute them and put a little more money in my pocket. So an ounce of those, see how long that holds me off, and we'll keep going. Okay, I made it a whole hour and I'm starving again, so broccoli and a string cheese melted in the microwave. It's like 100 calories, but hopefully it holds the edge. Sun finally came out. It's about 1:30. Getting the munchies again. I'm going to eat another ounce of almonds and then another one of these broccoli and a string cheese. Should hold me off until I head home from work around 2 or 3. Should have about 1,000 calories left, I think, on my macros, so I'm good to go for the night. I'm usually a lot more hungry in the mornings anyways than in the evenings, so I know that sounds kind of weird, but usually once I've gotten the majority of my calories in, I'm usually good to go. What's up? I just got home from work. It's about 4 o'clock. I'm starving again. I'm going to make a little shake. It's a lot like my post-workout shake, a little bit of variation. First thing I'm going to start off with is a big cup of ice total, ground up. I'm going to do 2 cups of almond milk, unsweetened vanilla flavor. Really low calorie, but just gives it nice creamy. It's a lot better than water. Two cups of that. 3 tablespoons of heavy whipping cream, which is a 1/4 cup. Learned that from my mom. 1/4 cup. Okay. I'm gonna do 2 tablespoons of PB2. I think this stuff's delicious. Not that much, 2 of those. And then I'm gonna try something new. Naturally sweetened cacao, or cocoa, excuse me. Anyways, it's got very high fiber, gives you that chocolate flavor. I'm going to do 2 tablespoons of that. I'll blend it up and let you know what I think. Chocolate shake for me. It's not bad. Definitely need some sweetener. I'll work on that, but macros are good. I'm still good solid. Probably 2-3 hours from now I'll get one more meal in, so this ought to knock it out for a little bit. Okay, it's 5 o'clock. I'm getting the munchies again. I was going to plan 7 o'clock would be my last meal, so
This one's a fun one. Rocky and I have been experimenting with some desserts and stuff that fit into the macros of keto. She made this little cheesecake muffins, and they're just little cheesecakes. I mean, it's got some sugar-free strawberry preserves on top, almond flour base, cream cheese, a little bit of lemon juice. They are the bomb. They're 200 calories total. They're about 14 grams of fat. And a little bit of protein, a little bit of carbs, so they'll fit in fine for my day. Eat that snack, and I'll get one more in before I go to bed. Okay, so we're definitely liking this keto thing. Had a little bit of room left in my macros, and Rocky and I decided to get over to In-N-Out Burger and throw down on some animal or protein style keto friendly wraps, and I say it's a good way to wrap up the day.
Yes, sir. Red and meth in them